everyone, thanks for cooking with Christina. Today I'm going to show you how to take a fresh chicken and cut it into 8 pieces so you can either portion some and freeze them or cook some right away. With all the leftovers, we're going to make a beautiful stock or soup with it. So first things first, you need a really nice sharp knife, and you always want to make sure that your knife hand is always clean. It never touches the chicken. So I have my wood cutting board here with a plastic one on top to ensure that I'm not getting salmonella into the wood cutting board. It's always easier to clean plastic than it is wood. So we're going to start off by giving the bird a little tug, open up those pieces, and then we're going to start with the belly up, the breasts up I should say. We're going to cut the skin here just so you can see what you're working with. Make sure your knife is sharp. It's very important when doing chicken. So we're going to run down the base of the chicken, and we're going to get just under that bone. You're going to hear a little crunch. And just like that, we have our thigh and our drum. Beautiful piece. You can also cut the drum off and be able to have just drums and your thigh separate, but we're going to leave it whole. Alright, we're going to continue with the next side now. We're going to do the same thing, and we're going to cut along nicely. We're going to find our joint, and we're going to do a nice little crunch, and that's going to come off beautifully. Once again, the drum and the thigh. We're going to move on to the wings now. Same sort of thing. When you're cutting it, you just want to remove the skin a little bit so you can feel what's going on, and you just want to find where the joint sits, and you just want to cut in and crunch it down, and you have a nice big wing. You can take the tip off if you want to. Next side now, same thing. You grab your wing, extend it out, get right in there as close as you can, find the joint and cut. Beautiful. So now we're going to get into the breast. With the breastbone, there's a kind of a cartilage that goes down the center that's in the shape of a V. So when you do your first cut, you want to do it kind of nice and soft so you can see where you're going to work. So inside, we're going to work on this side first. You can see the little whitish hue. That is the cartilage that all you want to do is follow right along the sides of it. And that's going to get you a beautiful chicken breast. So I ended up getting these on sale, 2 prime chickens, unfrozen. They were fresh for $16. The size of these chicken breasts that we're going to get out of here, you probably would have paid $8 just for the chicken breast alone. You can take the skin off them so they can be boneless, skinless. So what I'm doing here is I'm just once again following the breast along the side of the cartilage with the bird to ensure that you get all the meat beautifully on that breast. There we go. Now that is a beautiful large chicken breast. You can see the tender still beautifully in place here. That right there is a beautiful piece of meat. You can see the cartilage on this side. We're now going to work on the other side. So you're just going to take your thumb very carefully and have your knife on the side so you're not slipping. Keep your fingers out of the way, but very gently. Once again, you want to follow that cartilage piece down, and that's to ensure that you get the perfect cut and all the meat for your chicken breast gone. Once again, this entire time, taking the meat off this bone, I have kept my one hand free of chicken, which means it's salmonella decontaminated. So if I had to grab something, I could put my hand down, grab it, and not have to wash my hands quickly. So that is key to have, is always make sure you have one hand clean. So I'm going to finish up here, following it down. You don't have to go fast with any of this. You can take your time. If it's your first time doing it, you might have, a couple extra little pieces, or it might not come out perfect, but practice makes perfect. That bird's done. I'm going to do just a little assessment. I have a little bit of the cartilage. So see, all you do is just cut it off. And I have a pot here that we're sticking all of the bones and extra skin and everything in. And I'm going to make a beautiful soup or a stock. Haven't decided yet. Nothing goes to waste. And then that's another. You have your tenderloin all in place here. Beautiful piece of meat. And there's a beautiful chicken breast. You can take the skin off if you want. Really simple. All you do is cut and pull back. But we're going to leave that on there. So everyone, this is what we have left out of our 2 chickens that I deboned. $16 for all of this, which probably would have run you if you bought it individually in the store, about $25, $30 depending. And I got all of this done by hand for $16. It's a great deal. And plus we have our soup stuff here ready to go. That'll be another episode. You'll have to tune in for that one. Thanks for cooking with Christina, and remember that it's always easier to cook fresh than it is from a box.